Hello and happy Women's Day. International Women's Day is today. So I just don't worry. I'm not using the whole video for, sharing gratitude, but I just want to do it really because I think it's necessary to tell you that you are so amazing and powerful and beautiful, and you're actually literally responsible for every single life on this planet. So I don't think there's enough words in the English language to express enough gratitude for telling you how much we should be grateful for you. You are just amazing, and it should be every day should be Women's Day. That's what it is basically. But I'm actually grateful that we have this day because it really does put the intention and thoughts into the direction of being appreciative and respectful and grateful for women. But every day should be Women's Day, and I think we should do it every day. Every day we should show appreciation, gratefulness, and respect, and remind ourselves constantly who we truly are and what we're actually doing here. And this is what the whole video I think is about. I'm probably going to spark some conversations after, because maybe not every feminist will agree with me, same as other people. But I truly believe about what I'm about to say will probably, no matter if you're a man or woman, resonate in some ways with your heart. You will feel some truth to it. So yeah, I got inspired to speak now here because I had a conversation with a lady friend of mine a couple of weeks ago, 6 weeks ago or so. And she came to me and she asked me for advice of what she can do in order to find a partner. And the thing with her is she is super successful. She's super driven, super successful. I think she's in the medical industry and running some clinics, having a bunch of employees. So super driven, successful, makes money, power woman. And funny enough is I know a bunch of women like that. I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of contacts that I know, women who are really successful, but they're all kind of struggling finding a partner who's good for them. And let me first and foremost say, it's not your fault. It's our fault. So we men, we fucked this up since a long, long time, and we completely forgot who we truly are. And definitely society is part of this one, because society is so twisted in so many ways, that we can't even blame each other anymore. Because everything is so mixed up that we just truly forget who we truly are. Um, and it goes even further than this, back past in the history, like thousands of years. I mean, we men are the reason that in your DNA from you women, you are fearful of us, okay? Because we've been instilling so much pain, so much killing and raping over the last thousands of years. We are the reason, the number one death, the number one life threat for women in the world are men. And it's always been like this. And so we men, we cannot blame you to go out and try to build up something for you so you can finally feel safe. Okay, so because we have done a tremendously good job in destroying your safety and making you mistrust us. And this is a conversation. I think this is one of the most important conversations, and should be an ongoing conversation to have, in order to define like what are we and who we truly are. Because all these things, what are going on in the world, as society, it's money, it's all artificial. It's not real. Democracy, communism, this and this, these artificial systems, it's all being set on top of us. It's a surface it's not a deep knowledge, and it's not the deep truth of things. The deep truth of things is the masculinity and the femininity, and it's the oneness between both of them. And it's been always the way of life all along. It's been family. It's been two parts come together in creating the spark, which is a baby. And it's always been like, it's the most important thing to talk about. It's the most important thing in this world. And it's the thing that we forget by being distracted with so many things, right? So yeah, we messed up in the past. We created so much pain for women that we cannot blame you to not trust you anymore. And we forgot who we truly are. And I myself, had to find myself for so many years to actually understand who I am, and what is our purpose as men. And I know we men, we want to be needed, but we're not needy, but we want to be needed. and we want to make ourselves useful. And the only way of us being useful and being in purpose is to provide and protect. And if we can provide and protect our child, our wife, our family, our tribe, then we're in purpose. But we forgot that. And every time I see it on myself, when I'm not providing and protecting, when I'm not in this divine masculine state of mind, and I'm going with my fiance and I'm arguing and I'm start bitching around, I'm not that man. I'm not that rock. I'm not this centered, spiritually centered man that a woman needs in order to feel safe and a woman wants in order to feel safe. But I'm sideways. So sometimes you women probably need to help us to remind us sometimes who we truly are. And it's very useful for us because, again, we are all on this path together. We have like individual journeys, but the whole journey is kind of a collective journey. And we all forget, and it's not easy to remember. We are living in this society where so many things going on, and we can't be all in nature and meditate in front of a tree for 5 hours in order to reflect, in order to understand who we truly are and be back to the roots. But we are living in the society which is pressuring us, into living a certain way, believing in certain things that are not true, and becoming a certain person that's not natural to us. That's what I believe, because we men are obviously physically stronger, and also emotionally more perseverant than in certain aspects. Again, it's not a comparison because we can't compare. What you women are able to experience and do with your body, with being this magical portal of creating life. I mean, come on, the complexity of your life and how you being and thinking and your intuition and your beauty, it's far away from it's a genius like this. It's a massive, beautiful genius of nature and magic compared to the simple man. We are simple, and it's okay, and this is who we are, but we are strong, and we can do a lot, and we can create safety for women and for this planet, and we can create a lot of things, right? But it's your spark of creation and your spark of creativity and your inspiration that makes us want to do things as men. Without women, we are lost. We are completely lost, and without understanding who we truly are, everybody is lost. And this is where we are today. So this is maybe the conversation we need to spark a little bit, okay? So because we fucked this up. And now back to my friend, so we're living in this society, in this world where everybody is driven, and nobody, especially not women as well, you're not praised to, relax sometimes and surrender and allow yourself to feel safe so you can be creative. No, you are also driven, to have a job and do your work in order to pay your tax and things like this. And of course, if men and women both work, it's double tax for the government. I mean, it's a different conversation for a different day, and happy to have that conversation anytime. But I truly believe, and this is the conversations I have with my fiance as well, and this is a long process, for me as well, to make her trust me completely and to make a woman trust a man, because we have to make up a lot of work, and not only from this life, but from previous lives and from generations of women who have been mistreated and broken trust and all the things. We have to make that work up, and this is our time to do it, and this is our time to wake up our brothers and sisters to do this kind of work in order to find oneness again. So it's not that I don't want women to not work, okay? Because work and work is different. There is work that is in our nature, and for example, providing and protecting. I will do everything to provide and protect for my family. This is not work for me. This is my purpose. I'm going to do it. I love it. I will every day work for that. And work is a great thing, if you're in your purpose. Don't waste your time doing things that are not good for you or the right things for you. And for women, work is the same thing. What is your purpose? I mean, you are the most amazing, expensive, divine, feminine energy. I mean, everything is expensive. everything and it's not like, I'm not meaning expensive in terms of you go shopping and spend a bunch of money. I mean expensive in the way your energy works. You are like the ocean, like the wind. You are like this wild dance. You have this unbelievable way of creativity. um, you expand everything. I mean, look, you get a sperm as a woman and you create a baby. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is the most amazing creation energy that is out there. Like, there is nothing more magical, nothing more powerful than creating life. And you do it with a tiny sperm, right? So, well, you can go on, you give a woman ingredients and she's making this unbelievable meal. You give a woman a problem and you argue with her and you start bitching around with her. She gives you a tornado, a volcano eruption. She expands the energy as well. So be careful. But everything a woman is doing is this most creative, the creative energy. She's creating whatever. Like, it's the most powerful energy. It's crazy. But this energy will come to life if we give her the protection that she needs in order to become creative. I mean, it sounds more complicated than it is, I think, but I know probably you can feel there's some truth to what I'm saying right now. The way it is, and also for my friends and for my friend I had this conversation with, and maybe you can relate to it. Why are you working? Why are you doing the things you don't love doing? And it's the same with men, of course. But we are on purpose. We are made. Our bodies are made for the work. It's okay. We are here to fight. This is what we do. This is who we are. This is simple as that, right? But why are you working? Why are you creating this money? It's like, of course you have a belief system instilled of you, but literally it boils down because you want to feel safe. You want to feel safe. You want to create your safety, and that's why you do what you do. This is why you need to become successful in this world, because you've been taught, and we all been taught, to work our asses off, stress out, compete in order to be successful, and only then we can be safe. But the journey never ends. This is this artificial system where we live in, right? Yeah. So our job as men, what I believe is, we need to go back to who we truly are and make up our work, and start making everything possible, providing and protecting, and also sometimes entertaining, making them smile, so they allow us, so they can trust us again. Because only if you women start to trust, only then you can surrender. And only when you surrender, you can start feeling safe. And when you start feeling safe, you can relax. And when you relax, you become creative. And when you can become creative, you can become abundant. And when you're abundant, you become free. And when you become free, you're happy. So it's our job to make you trust us, because only if we can provide with trust, that you feel safe, that you can surrender, you can go through this process and eventually become creative and eventually become happy and eventually just do the things that you really want to do. I mean, I have these conversations with my fiance constantly, because I mean, she's awesome in what she does, but she's also stressed out, and she's also competing, and she's also in a world that she needs to fight for her safety. And it's a constant journey, right, of trying to make her feel safe. And my dream is just, baby, do what you love doing, and just be free, and you can be creative, and let me take care of the rest. And I believe this conversation is just a conversation that I want to spark, because back to my friend, what can she do? I mean, she could maybe remind that next person, that next partner who comes into her life, remind him who he truly is, so let him know that provide and protect. This is your job, and don't get me wrong, I'm not judging. Because I know a lot of people, they have women, and these women earn way more money than them because technology, and they have amazing talents and creativity, and they can just create money with that. But money not necessarily is all, it's not everything you need in order to protect. There are so many masculine traits, there's so many traits in order to become that rock, to become stable and centered, emotional, mentally, spiritual, physically strong, in order to showcase so many masculine traits, that are, that help somebody protect his family, provide for his family in every way possible, right? And a woman, you could remind him to be like this sometimes, to be this warrior of love and light again. And I think this is what we need to do in order to start the process, because remember, like, this is all not real, is it? I mean, 50 years ago the world was completely different, but one thing never changed. Like, the oneness between a man and a woman never changed, right? The oneness between man, woman, and a child, a spark that is created through the love of and the unity of two people, that never changes. And that's the most important thing, and we are all the time challenged by society, by religion, by the system, to forget, to install new belief systems. So, well, maybe this is my message to this Women's Day, to tell you I'm sorry, and we are sorry as men. We messed up in many ways, and um, yeah, it's like, and it's about helping each other to find our way again to oneness, and it's okay, it's the journey we are on, and I think we need to help our brothers and sisters to remind each other who we truly are more often again. So let this conversation going, because it's maybe one of the most important conversations to have for forever, I guess. I wish you a happy Women's Day. You deserve it. Bye.